then comes Captain America, voice of all that is good in the world, voice of
Voice of retardation.
I love Captain America, but he needed straight up. I wanted Namor to get up and backhand him across the face in
Kind of
this.
like Batman did Robin.
He was being a baby.
He
Captain.
was. Now, albeit, okay, here's what happened, guys. Captain America and all them sit down and they think, well, the only way we're going to survive this is if we start destroying worlds. And as anybody who knows Captain America, he ain't having
Okay.
it. He
To
ain't
be
having
fair,
it.
they didn't even say that. They said was I think Tony or Reed one said we need to keep all options on the table. They said we will use it as a last resort. We will find every peaceful meaning method first, but as a last resort we'll blow up another friggin' planet if we have to. But again, Cap jumps the gun and he's like, "Well, there is nothing being left on the table," which I understand,
I understand not wanting to do something like that because that's a whole nother world.
and that's people, that's other thems on those planets. But at the same time, it goes back to what would you do to protect your own world? I mean, it does have kind of a greater good concept. Here's the thing: if you don't destroy that world or destroy your world,
Within 8 hours.
then both worlds are gone. Then you're losing double that amount of people because you did nothing. You got to ask yourself, how far are you willing to go? What are you willing to do to sacrifice in something like that? And that's what I love. That's why I love this arc. It it makes you question your morality. If you put yourself in those shoes, you got to think, how far are you willing to go? Your moral compass gets questioned,
Well, they had
and
the big old idea of reconstructing the Infinity Gauntlet. And that,
it worked.
yeah, it worked once. Because I'm pretty sure Captain America wanted it gone.
I
I
don't
have
know.
no proof of that, but
I
that's
have
how I feel.
see you're building a conspiracy theory there.
Hey, I have a bigger conspiracy theory once we finish.
I don't think there's a conspiracy with the Captain America part because the next part we lead into after the Infinity Gauntlet is destroyed is he gets in to the he will do whatever it takes to he says he pretty much lays down the law and gives them an ultimatum. He basically says you're not going to destroy another world or else I'll fight you over it, which is stupid. When you oh by the way, sorry, rewind. Um, Professor X left his Infinity Gem and his spot on the team to Hank McCoy, Beast, who's with us, who's there now and all.
All his
Yo,
big blue furnace after just coming out of a near-death mutation.
yeah. So Beast is there, but Cap, I'm sorry, he's an idiot. Look, I understand.
Oh,
Cap's
one more
all
thing we forgot to mention. Every gem of the Infinity Gauntlet was destroyed except the Time Gem. It just up and disappeared. I don't know where it went.
that is a fair point. Maybe went to another time. Maybe that's how they're going to fix all this is time travel. I don't know. But
Could
Cap's
be.
stupid. When you look at that roster, Black Bolt alone could level the entire room and kill every one of them in there. I mean, Captain America barely survived a war fighting against Tony alone. And you're looking at all these people in there and you're saying, I'm going to take you all on. You know, you're not that big of a macho man. I'm sorry.
No,
You're
especially not with Doctor Strange around. Doctor Strange just blinks the wrong way. The world blows up.
I mean, which is essentially what I keep calling Men in Blacked him. They put him in he's drooling on the carpet basically. And then like literally in the next comic, in each comic, the Marvel comics, they'll tell you what characters are on each issue. Captain America is no longer on the roster for New Avengers. So yeah, so then it leads into everybody trying to find ways to stop incursions in their own little separate.
You got Tony Stark, who is building some giant thing around the world, but that's going to take like a month, and these incursions happen.
Two worlds enter, one leaves. I don't know. Sorry.
Down to the Earth versus Earth, fighting out the Apollo.
Exactly.
But yeah, Tony Stark's building. Well, why wouldn't Tony Stark be building something? He's building a giant sphere to go around the Earth, but it's gonna take like a month.
And Reed and T'Challa are working on reconstructing the same weapon that Black Swan used to destroy her previous world that she was in. They're trying to recreate it, make a better updated version of it. But theirs is still going to take 4 or 5 days.
But
And Doctor
unfortunately, they
carrying blood Bible.
yeah. Doctor Strange, he's like, yep, gonna go kill myself now.
Kill myself and take that other place with me.
And
Listen,
Wong can have everything in my estate.
here's my problem.
You don't
Okay,
like Wong, I know.
now Wong's fine. My problem is I really like Doctor Strange. He's another one of my favorite Marvel characters. I think he's awesome. But my problem is he's firing a one bullet gun. It's a one-time
It's a
trick.
one-trick pony.
It's a one-time trick.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
true.
okay, you stop one incursion. Another one shows up in 8 hours. Well, you're dead. Your magic book of Harukiri's gone. Okay, what do we do now? Okay, well, that was great. That bought us a little bit more time, but, now we're going to have Dormammu knocking on the front gates in a few days. Baron Mordo, what have yous. So basically, la-di-da-di-da long, they find out there's another incursion going on. Nobody's nowhere near to being prepared to do anything about it.
But they go to the other world anyway, and lo and behold, who would be there? None other than your favorite purple, large, Godzilla-like creature, Galactus.
That would be a good movie, Godzilla Galactus. I want to see that.
Wait. Which Galactus? Poop Cloud Galactus? Which is on the same level as Poop Cloud Parallax?
I don't want no poop clouds fighting Godzilla. I want Godzilla on World Power Purple Man Galactus action.
That would have been alright if you'd left the action part out.
Actually, I don't know if it would have, but anyhow.
Yeah, anyhow.
It's on a Godzilla movie.
They're going over to this other world, and they're going there with the intent to destroy it anyway. Galactus is already destroying it, but what is it that Namor says? I can't remember, but you said it yesterday.
I can't remember either. I'll have to look it up here. But, I mean, Namor basically tells him, he's like, this is kind of...
You guys are stupid because they want us... Okay, they're heroes. They want to stop Galactus from destroying where he's at. But they're wanting to destroy it.
He's doing the job for him.
It's...
Parts of the world unite. It's like, why go through the trouble of getting Cap's panties all in a bundle and sock smacking him if you're just going to go and try to save the world yourself? Could have kept Cap on board for that. That's all I'm saying.
You have a point. I'll give you that.
I mean...
But it really was like... They're like... I don't even remember what Iron Man says, but he's like... We can't just let him do it. It's... irony, I guess.
Oh, it's actually Reed that mentions... I've got it pulled up here. He says if it's anything like the ones I've seen Galactus build in the past, it will reach critical mass within minutes of being activated, talking about the machine that Galactus used to
destroy the worlds.
And he goes, we'll have to go now if we have any hopes of... And he turns around and realizes... He says, we have to go now if we have any hopes of stopping him. And he turns around and all of them are kind of looking at him like... And
do you realize what you just said, Stretchy?
Yeah, well, and then Reed tells him, he says, we can't just let these people, we have to try. And Black Panther's like, sure we do. He says, how could we not? And it's actually Terrax, which is one of the heralds of Galactus, that says, easily, how could you not? After all, an incursion's no place for conscience, or so I've heard. So Galactus basically apparently knows, or not Galactus, Terrax, Galactus's herald, which a herald, if you watch Fantastic Four 2, is what Silver Surfer is. He goes ahead of Galactus, scouts out planets for him to eat.
That's a giant poop cloud.
Yeah, it has a giant poop cloud. So Terrax, this big bad dude with like a stone beard and a giant axe,
I gotta
war
say,
axe.
he looks a lot like Darkseid from
He kind of
Superman.
does favor Darkseid a lot. So Terrax knows more about the incursions than he's told so far. Apparently, there's some deeper to it, and he knows about them. And he basically tells them, "Is like you guys are idiots. You know, you can stay here and fight me and Galactus, or you can just leave and let the job be done." So they basically choose to fight him. Uh,
And somehow or another, they overpower him and bring him back to our Earth.
they go ahead and let Galactus destroy the other planet, but they come on back to our hometown, our neck of the woods, Earth 616. Um, and they've got him in prison, and they let this is the new issue. That's where they let Black Swan out, right?
Yeah, yeah, that was today's issue.
I don't know how I feel about that. Do
Well,
you trust? I'm gonna ask you. Do you trust her right now?
she got a giant bomb around her neck. Somebody
I,
trusts her.
that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying do you trust her because of the bomb. I'm saying like her saying
I
that
don't
she's.
think she's telling the truth.
You
Like,
don't
the
think?
whole truth. She's telling some truth, but she ain't telling the whole thing.
Do you think she's got ulterior motives? Basically, is what I'm
Oh, the
getting
first
at.
chance she gets to hop to another Earth and let ours just be destroyed, she's gonna take it. I'm
Well,
convinced.
jumped from another one to ours and destroyed the other one.
Yeah,
What you think?
so
Keep this one live.
she'll jump from this one to another one and destroy ours. If she gets her hand back on her weapon, whatever it was. It was like
Why
a.
not just? But here's my thing. Why not just stay on ours and just destroy all of them that come up? Why jump to each one?
I think it has something to do with those black swan girls that she was talking about in this issue.
What the like Doom Maidens or something? I know it's not Doom Maidens. It's Asgard, but there's some kind of weird.
Maybe because she mentions the god or whatever that's eating the worlds,
Going around
like
destroying.
sacrificing. Maybe everyone that she goes to, maybe she's a herald for that thing.
That's a good point. Never thought of that.
Maybe she's going there when she blows it up. Maybe it, maybe he has to have it destroyed before he can gather the essence of it or whatever he's after. Which he doesn't even have a figure, or maybe he's just a name. Maybe he don't even exist.
That's true. There's so much still to it, but the
It's only
basic,
5 issues in. 6, 4,
yeah, five
5 issues
and
in. There's a
came out
long way to go.
or yesterday, so to speak. But basically, the point is, great comic series. It's going good so far. I'm really excited about. I like the plot of it. It's they're being forced to make choices they wouldn't normally make, and now we're starting to get a little bit of backstory. We're just now starting to piece together what's causing the incursions. So hopefully we'll be able to shed more light on that here in the next couple issues.
The only thing that Black Swan has said to help them really is the only way that they can see the incursions is if they get something outside their own time. Hers are in her eyes, and they each have something in their palm already that warns them. But it's like hers, she can see
Before it
she
happens.
can see hours before it's going to ever happen. Is what
Or
I took from it.
as it's happening. Yeah, basically she can predict them. They just get alerted as it's when it starts going on. So yeah, Age of Ultron. Age of Ultron is a series we could, if we go into a whole lot of detail, will take forever to cover.
Yeah, well,
But so maybe not cover all of it tonight, but maybe just hit some key points. Maybe just give everybody a general feel of how you're liking it, your opinions.
Wolverine stabbed somebody that I don't really know or care about in the neck. And it's going to screw the whole timeline up. That's all I care about.
Stab or more of a slice looked like to me. It looked more like a rib.
Well, seeing as he was a giant at the time, I don't know.
All I know is butterfly effect.
That's all we're going to say on that.
You step on a butterfly today can cause the world to explode tomorrow. Um, Age of Ultron, I will say, is awesome. I'm a big fan of anything apocalyptic. I've still not watched the Book of Eli. Uh, but post-apocalyptic world stuff, scenarios, survival. I'm a big fan
Zombie
of.
attacks, alien
I mean,
invasions. That's right down our alley.
and this is a survival, post-apocalyptic superhero story. I mean, you have superheroes getting killed. Mainstream Luke Cage, She-Hulk, um, that actually get killed in the series. I mean, you've got tons that's already dead, but I mean, the ones that actually right in front of you getting
Spider-Man's being tortured at the beginning. It's just
good.
people you would never think would be so low in their
I mean,
careers of being superheroes.
it's
They're down there.
intense.
It's
Like I said,
kind of sad.
it's a thrill ride and it's intense. It's kind of
It's kind of Terminator-ish feeling to me.
it is a very Skynet type feel. It's like the futuristic world in Terminator. Ultron, for those of you who don't know, Age of Ultron is Ultron's taking over the world. He's his little Ultron
Spoiler
dude.
alerts. Just saying that.
We said before, still watching. Shame on you. You didn't skip ahead far enough. Take time to do so now.
Or don't.
His
We don't care.
Doombots are taking over the world. It's not his Doombots. His little Ultron bots have destroyed everywhere. I mean, killed dozens. There's only a handful of heroes left. Those that are left are broken and beaten and scattered. I mean, and then they come to find out that Ultron is actually controlling all of this from the future. He himself's not even there. I mean, you gotta be packing some mojo to.
Or
And
just have your handy dandy vision bot.
I mean, but still, to cause massive destruction, genocide on that scale, and you're not even actually there to do it. You're sitting somewhere chilling, sipping motor oil. I mean,
I'm not sure he'd be sipping motor oil, but
I
he'd
don't
be.
know what he sips, but protons, I guess. I don't know. But anyhow, yeah, Age of Ultron, we will definitely cover more of it at a later date.
It's huge. Like
It,
it's
it it's already on what the sixth,
seven.
seventh review plus
Seven will be next week.
spin-offs
Yeah, there's a lot of spin-offs for it, so we'll be definitely taking
covering it.
care of that some
It'll
other
take a
time.
long time, and we've got a big time-consuming kind of topic right now, which my throat's already sore for, but I got all the notes.
And we're like 40 minutes in, and I'm not stopping till we get this part done. I will split this video up in half if I have to.
We'll do whatever it takes. I mean, we're weeks behind anyways. We can have
We
two
are.
episodes.
We need to. I could split this up in like 6 episodes if I wanted, but
We
whatever.
need order episode or need
We
more episodes.
apologize for the breaks. There's been a lot going on here at the homestead.
Oh yeah, it's been busy. I got a new job, okay, people. I'm
Big time deli worker.
I slice people's meat for a living, and
God, I'm so mature.
and I rotisserize their chicken.
Can I get that cut in half?
Sure cannot. I don't care if you.
I'm pretty sure you sent awful content to war with us, by the way, for that, but we'll go into that some other time.
Well, I don't fry no fish. Well, we do fry fish, but I'm not an Imperious Rex.
I work in a sawmill. I don't care. Well, I don't work in a sawmill. I work in a barrel factory, so I don't care.
Or something. I don't know. You might offend Squirrel Girl, but she's a B hero, a low class. No one cares. Now watch, I'm gonna be eaten by squirrels tonight for saying that.
God, that'd be such glorious. I don't even know the word for it right now. I'm so tired.
Jones, put up the squirrel net. I don't even know what that is. I don't.